how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Issues That Matter. I'm Rashida Omolade Sule.
Welcome, and I'm Coin Coleman.
Awesome. Today's topic is amazing. I know we've been talking a lot about marriages and the good and the bad and the ugly. Today we're really going to talk about another issue that's a serious issue, which is the issue of retirement. I feel that a lot of our young and married couples are really not digging into retirement as they should.
It's a very important topic.
It is.
It's very important because it's one of those things that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Regardless. Hopefully.
Prayerfully.
Hopefully.
Prayerfully. If
you guys, stay together, you have children, all that good stuff.
Right.
And Koye, I really want to talk about, when I talk about retirement, because I know a lot of people that work corporate jobs. You're still working corporate job, right?
I am.
Okay, and you do have a 401k.
I do.
Okay. Now, I'm licensed to talk about this. I do have license in various financial vehicles. So I am licensed to talk about this.
Which is so important. So important.
Because I don't want people saying what they know about this stuff.
Right.
So you're still working your corporate job.
Still working.
You have a 401k.
I do.
Do you know whether it's a traditional 401k or Roth IRA? We have traditional IRA, we have Roth IRA.
So I believe I'm in the traditional realm.
The traditional.
But explain more.
Okay.
Talk more about it. Because I've always, and I'm sure people out there too, I've always had confusions with Roth IRAs and all this different, So, please talk more.
401ks at the job are usually traditional.
Okay.
Because what they do is that they have you put money in. You're not paying taxes towards it now. The retirement time is 65.
Right.
But right now, being that people are taking care of themselves and living longer, they're changing it to 70 and a half.
Yeah, a lot of people are working longer than.
They're working longer.
Yeah.
So they change it to 70 and a half. And what happened is that when you're ready to retire, that's when you pay taxes. And a lot of people don't understand that. I'd rather pay taxes on $10,000 now than for my $10,000 to grow to $100,000 and you pay taxes on $100,000.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can you imagine paying 30% on $100,000? If you pay 30% on $10,000, how much is that? That's a lot of money. If you pay 30% on $10,000, how much is that? That's about $3,000.
Right.
But if you pay 30% on $100,000, how much is that?
$30,000.
That's $30,000.
That could last somebody for a year if you live like an average,
retirement, like 65. So what I try to tell people is that if your job is matching what you're putting in, if they're matching, that match is free money. That's free money, so that's good. So if they're matching it, awesome. If they're not matching, then you don't need to be putting your money in their 401k. Because 401ks in the market is up and down.
Right.
So that's traditional. Traditional is you putting your money in, you're paying taxes later.
Right.
Now the Roth IRA, in the Roth IRA, you've already paid your taxes.
Okay.
What do you mean? You've already paid taxes, meaning that the money that you're putting in is after taxes.
Money. Okay.
It's after tax money. So the after tax money that you're putting in, it will sit there, it will grow. And when you take that money out, you do not pay taxes on the money that you put in.
Got you.
But you pay taxes on the growth, though.
But you can't pick that. Like at my job, I didn't have the option to say
I
would rather
do a Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Some companies do.
Okay.
But it's just you knowing how to ask the right question. And another thing with that is that you don't really get more than like 5%.
Right.
And you can't put in more than $5,000 per person.
With the Roth?
With the Roth IRA.
Okay,
so if you're married, then your husband can have $5,000 a year. You can have $5,000 a year. Okay. Yeah. So that's the Roth and the traditional IRA.
Okay.
We also have what's called tax never.
Okay.
Remember there's one that you pay tax now.
Right.
There's one that you pay tax later.
Right.
And there's one that you pay tax never.
Hello. Everybody needs to know about that.
They need to know about that. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring the topic today.
Legally?
Legally.
Okay, that's important.
Legally.
We don't want Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam will not be coming after you because he made this rule himself.
Okay.
Now, the awesome thing about it is that it's called Index Universal Life. There's some vehicles that you do not pay taxes on legally.
Okay.
But there's a way to go about it. Now, a lot of our people do not understand that life insurance is one of those vehicles.
I think, you know what, sis, what scares people is when they hear life insurance.
I don't know why they're so scared. It's like saying, I'm going to never die.
I know, but I think some people just get freaked out by, you know, they think life insurance. They're not thinking as a vehicle to save money. Okay. Yeah, so can you talk about that a little bit more? Like, how can I use my life insurance as a savings vehicle?
You can use it as a savings vehicle. Things have been changing.
Okay.
You know, as we see, technology is not the way it used to be. You know, even the phones that we have these days, you can actually, you know, go into your bank account. You can, you know, write notes. You can do so many things with your phone. So investments have changed. The portfolios and investments have changed. There's something called Index Universal Life, and this is one of the best life insurance vehicles that I like.
Right.
And the reason why I like it is because it has your life insurance. God forbid if anything happens to you, your family's taken care of.
Which is important.
Yeah, and it has your savings.
Right.
It has savings. You continue to put money in there, and it saves money for you, and you can take this money out at any time.
Okay.
Some do have penalty of up to 5 years. Some have penalty of up to 10 years. But after 10 years, you don't pay anything as per penalty.
Okay.
You know, it's not like your 401k that, you know, if you go into it before 65.
Right, because if you touch it, before 65, you get charged like a 10%.
You get penalized,
right.
and then you get the 10% tax that you have to pay, making a total of 30%. Yeah, but IUL is nothing like that.
Okay.
The life insurance vehicle that I'm talking to you guys about is a life insurance where it's like 3 in 1.
Okay.
It has your life insurance, God forbid anything happens. It has your savings.
Okay.
So as you're putting money there, it's saving it for you. And it has your investment, which is accumulating in interest. Some of the companies, it accumulate up to 12.5%, and some is like up to 15%.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the lovely thing about it is that you do not lose a dime of your money if anything should happen to the market.
How does that work? Because with my 401k, you know, we had issues where in 2008 when everything crashed, people lost money in their 401k. So,
and let me tell you something. When you lost your money in your 401k, a lot of people that had the IUL lost nothing.
Okay, so
some people even had an increase 1%. And how does that work? This product has been out for a long time.
Okay.
It's just that, you know, if you're not in the right crowd or not talking to the right person that knows about this product, then I cannot tell you what I don't know.
Right.
You know, and I would not advise you to go look for something that I'm not licensed for.
Right.
If I'm not licensed to talk to you about something, I'm not going to talk to you about it because I don't want to lose you as a client.
Right.
So when I found out about it, I feel that it's the best vehicle ever for a lot of people who are just starting to learn how to save.
Right.
Because they never get the disappointment of ever losing their money. You never lose the money because the vehicle has 4 things that it does. It grows up to 15%.
Yeah.
It gives you safety, meaning that you never lose money.
I love that.
And then it has tax advantage, meaning that you're not really, you know, when you're ready to take your money out, you're not paying 30% to some government.
Right.
And then it has protection.
Okay.
Your money is protected from anybody who wants to sue you, anybody who feels like you own a business and something happened. It's protected totally. And it's also protected from divorce. Yes, honey. Somebody can't choose they want to divorce you and they want all of your money and they know that you have this. No, they cannot touch it.
So it's a good way to really protect your money. That's awesome.
It's an amazing way to
That
protect
is amazing.
your money. So the thing is, that's one education that we want to bring out to people. And another thing is that, let's say you have children. You know, my children have this vehicle, and the reason why they have it, oh my God, my wonderful African people that don't get insurance on their children. This is not about getting insurance on your child.
Yeah, I think people think like,
mentally,
oh my God, am I going to kill my child? You know, no, it's, you know,
this
so
is not
explain that. Explain that.
Sure. This is not for that. This is more of you are building wealth for your children now. You're using this vehicle. If it's $50 that you have a month that you can put away for your child, you put that $50 away thinking in your mind, I'm doing this for the investment part.
Right.
Don't just automatically think, I'm doing this because, you know, deja vu.
Yeah, no.
This child is going to pass away.
We never even think in that arena. But it's for college.
For college. Their future?
Yeah, for their future. Let's say your kid doesn't want to go to college. He could use it for something else.
If your child, well, honey, we're not Jewish.
Well, no, we got to go to school.
That child must go to college.
But you know, nowadays kids are like developing apps and developing softwares, and you know, life is taking them in a different direction.
I understand that, but I was still, like I tell my children, I understand that the life today is taking you in a different direction where you're making money at a very young age.
Yeah.
But withstanding of all that, I still truly still believe that you need an education.
We believe that.
So
that has been instilled in our bone marrow.
DNA. Like your DNA, you got to be in college.
We got it.
So not to divert away from the college plan, it's so amazing to have that as a college vehicle to start saving money towards your child's college, because you never know what's going to happen in 10 years. You never know what's going to happen in 15 years, but you're prepared for it.
Exactly.
It's like why do you have car insurance on your car?
That's a good point.
Why do you have car insurance on your car? It's not like you go out there and you have an accident. But what if you have an accident?
You never know.
You never know.
It never knocks on the door and says, I'm coming tomorrow.
12 o'clock.
Right. No. So, okay.
So my thing is, plan for your children's college. Another great thing is that, let's say the child end up getting scholarship.
Okay.
If the child ends up getting scholarship, then this money that you've been saving, you can use it for something else. Maybe the child finishes college and you want to buy this child a car.
Okay.
Instead of you digging into your hard-earned savings for yourself and your retirement, because you're going to retire before these children.
Right.
So instead of you digging into your retirement, you're literally taking money from what you've been saving for this child, and then you buy the child a car. Or let's say the child wants to get married, you can take money out of there and say, look, this is $25,000 that I give as a gift to you and your spouse.
That's awesome.
To either buy your first home.
That is awesome. And that goes such a long way. It goes such a long way. So it's like kind of thinking about, instead of me buying my son this Jordans, let me just take this Jordan's money and put it in something that 10, 15 years from now we could look back and say, or you know, your child could look at you and say, "Oh my God, mommy, thank you so much."
And they don't even have, they're not thinking, oh, that you're saving for them. They don't know, because like my children don't know that I'm saving for them. But I know that I don't want to be at the age of 50-something trying to struggle my way to work 2 jobs to put you through college, because college is important for you to go to. And I've already put my foot down that you're going to go to college.
Exactly.
But I don't want a situation where when I'm supposed to be enjoying my retirement, I have to go back to work to make sure that
tuitions are covered,
tuitions are taken
room and board, all that stuff.
You know,
that's so important.
If I'm able to take out $100 out of my pay now and put it away for you, $50 even, $25 if you want to just do something.
It takes discipline.
It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot
to do it. Now, my question to you is, when you go out there and you're talking to people, what about the people, like, when life hits, when situations happen and things are tight and they're rough, a lot of times they want to just cancel or just... So how do you deal with that? How do you educate people on when things like that happen?
And it's so funny that you would say that, because when I was not educated, when I was young in love and just getting married, you know, my husband and I, we had our, you know, life insurance, and we wanted to start saving and all that for the children, and life did hit. And being that my understanding of life insurance was this much, the first thing we cut off was the life insurance.
Of course.
We just threw that away.
Because you didn't see it as
an asset. I saw it as, you know, now it's a liability.
It's a liability,
But over the years and learning and being around people that were very, very successful, I saw that before they even eat, this is what they took care of. Because they're like, if life really hits tomorrow and God forbid they die, my children taken care of.
Exactly.
Because now when you want to leave your children with family members, and family members, God forbid, you're here, they're loving on your children. But when you're not here, are they still loving on your children?
Exactly, because they still have their own children, they still have their own life.
Their own responsibilities.
And I think that's one thing my mom always believed in, is she never played with that. Never played with that. Because when, you know, she had a horrible accident like a few years ago, and you know, thank God that she's still here with us. But you know, what if something had happened? We were all very young, you know, so it's like, you know, accident does not come and say, hey, I'm coming tomorrow, or sickness or whatever. So it's so important, you know, to make sure we're educated
on that. So I usually try to tell people, if you cannot afford the one that have the savings, just get maybe a term insurance. Because the thing about a term insurance, it's affordable. term insurance is affordable. You can get one for $20, $30, just until your pocket picks back up. Maybe you go get another job, or until life is better.
Things get
then
better.
You can start saying, okay, I'm going to get back on the wagon of saving again.
But you say never just cancel it and be out there.
No, never do that.
Now, what about the ones at the job?
The one that the job give you, there's nothing wrong with having that. But the thing that I want people to know is that when you leave that job, you can take it with you, but when you're paying group insurance, at that time you're probably paying $20 a month or $5 a month.
Right.
You're not really seeing it because it's coming straight out of your paycheck.
Right.
So, but when you leave that job, it does not follow you. And when you do take it, because a lot of people say, oh, I can get it rolled over, or I can get it, you know, transferred. Yeah, but when you were paying group insurance, maybe $5, $10.
Right.
But now that you get it rolled over, it's now become your own personal.
Right.
And it's no longer $5.
No.
At your age now,
Oh,
it may be up $50, it may be $60, it may be $100.
That's a great
Can you
point.
afford it at that
Right.
point? So I always tell people, do not just rely on the one that your job is giving you, because that's if you die on the job.
Okay.
Okay. Also, get one privately that's for you, that you will have all throughout.
And you're in control of it already.
Yeah.
You know whether it's $10 you're putting into it, or whether it's $50 you're paying into it. That's money you've already allocated.
Yeah. So right about now, we're going to have our phones open so you can give us a call and ask us any questions that you would like, you know, concerning retirement, concerning children's college funds, and how you may be able to do better. Because if you don't know better, you can't do better.
You cannot do better.
It's impossible.
You cannot do better.
It's impossible. So this has also allowed us, because what my parents didn't know that I know now, I'm instilling that in my children.
And so you're able to educate your children a little bit and breaking generation cycles of living.
Not having.
Right. Now, how would you go? You know, we of course we're Nigerians and we love all of our people,
Love
but a lot of our people believe that their life insurance or what they're passing on to their children is like land and property, or you know, my father didn't leave nothing but land for me. And so, how do we break that and start getting to the point where we're living, you know, we're leaving more for our children, like, you know, money, cash that I can hold, because
that can work now.
Right now, because I don't want to have to go back home and go sell that land, and now I'm waiting on that land to sell until I could get some cash. Oh.
Okay, we got a call coming in, so we're gonna hold on to that question real quick, and then let's answer this. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hello? Hey, Rashida.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So what is your question for us?
You guys.
What's your question
We
today?
have two
It's
calls
more of a
coming in.
comment and then a question. I'll see if I do have a question, but I do agree with you because I lost my mom like 4 years ago, and
Wow.
and like now that you're talking about insurance, I'm like, yeah, having insurance plays a big lot of role in someone's life, because losing my mom and then my dad, he was working. My mom was working before she passed away, and then when she passed away, it's like reality hit my dad. Like, how am I gonna do this by myself? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't even know that she had a life insurance. So he just received a letter in the mail like, boom, your wife died. We know she died, and this amount of money, we're gonna send you a check. And that is like a big relief for my dad. So definitely, I do agree with what you're saying. Like having some kind of life insurance, even though you may pass away, but it's just leaving something for someone behind.
Right.
Kind of like, you know, what, help them out, or just to carry the load that you left behind.
Right, the load.
I mean, so I definitely agree. And talking about the other one that you were talking about, the
Index Universal Life.
You were listening, yay! Taking notes.
I'm definitely, because I'm actually in the process of leaving my job now, and my job is like, I do have some kind of benefit.
Okay.
I'm not yet using it because I was transferred from a temp to now I'm a full time.
Okay.
And now I'm in the process of deciding if I really want to stay or if I really want to leave.
Okay.
And then for a business minded person as I am, I think index, I would definitely look into it.
Yeah.
Because I think that will work more for me rather than getting like a term insurance or getting like the other kind of insurance that's out there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could help you save. It could help you, you know, it goes such a long way. I mean, she talked about all the different benefits, and that way you're in control of how much you're paying. It's not like the minute you lose a job and now you have to go start shopping for new insurance for your new age. Yeah, so
it's always there. And one thing that I love so much about it as well is that I usually tell a lot of my clients that that I know that they're still working this job it's not really what they want to do, but they're just doing it now. I usually tell them, like, when they get their tax money, they can just pay it off for the year.
That's smart.
Because a lot of times, even $50 a month can be a lot of money, you know? So I tell them during the tax season, just pay it off for the year. And when you get extra money, then you can always add extra to it. You can always add extra to it. And the great thing about...
Let's just say you lost your job, and then you look, okay, what can I do to kind of sustain me until I get another job? Is there like something that you can go into it and kind of like, okay, you know, can I take a loan out of it, or can I take some kind of funds out of just to sustain me until I find another job? You can. I've had a lot of people that I've done open up the IUL for, and some of them has kept it for 3, 4, 5 years, and life happened. And what they did is that they went back. I don't advise people to do this all the time, but if you do need some type of money, they would, you know, you look at how much, give them a call. They'll see how much you have in there. It could be $5,000, it could be $10,000. You can tell them, look, I need some money up front, and they'll give you that money up front. And what I advise you to do is, you know, once life gets better, pay that money back, and then just continue to, you know, pay into it. And I usually like to tell a lot of people to, in the beginning, if you do have money, overfund it. Put more. Put more in the beginning.
Okay.
So when you put more into it, so that, you know, maybe there's a time where, let's say, God forbid, you lose your job, and you're not able to pay money into it. You know, they give you, I think, a probation of maybe 3 months, and you don't have to pay anything. But if you've already overfunded, if you've already overfunded, you don't have to pay anymore. And basically what happened was that, depending on how much you have in there, that money will continue to pay your monthly, and you don't have to pay into it.
That's awesome.
Until you get to, you know, get another job. So that's another option. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's amazing.
It sounds really good. It sounds like I'm going to really look into it and see what I need to do. But I just want to say one more time, having a life insurance, I totally believe in it. After losing my mom, it kind of like, it now it opens my mind to a different perspective.
Because you never thought you was going to lose your mom, right?
Because my mom was perfect. Yeah, my mom was perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, we was like found ourselves in the hospital, and now I look at life different. So definitely, I do agree with you saying having a life insurance. Yeah, how much insurance, and they just have something, you know?
Yeah. And do you have children?
Yeah.
Do you have children?
Yeah, I have 3 children. Yes, I do.
Girl, are they young?
I have 3.
You have 3.
I have a 10-year-old, I have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And my husband's in the Navy.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's very important for you and your husband to have something, you know, especially with him being in the Navy. That's extremely important. And I know the Navy military has very, very good benefits. Yeah. But it's also good to look at something outside of. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maria. We appreciate you. Thank you for calling
in.
I love your show. You guys are beautiful. I'm always on top of your shows.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
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 See, that's such a great example of things that it's unplanned.
It's unplanned.
It's unplanned.
Life is so unplanned. So why not get something that you know that, because this is our Nigerian mentality. I'm working hard. I'm paying money into these things.
Right.
How does it benefit me?
Exactly.
You know, so it benefits you in a way that you have it as savings. You have the investment part in there. You can use it anytime you need it.
Right.
You know.
But no, I did have a question from what from her question also. She asked if she lost her job. Let's say she's only bought this thing like 3 months ago. Can she still just call them up and say, hey, I need to get the money out, and, you know, because she's not paid anything into it? Right, okay.
She hasn't paid enough into it.
Right, okay.
The thing about investment is that you want it to sit there a while for it to grow.
Okay.
Money don't grow overnight.
I just wanted people to, you know, make sure that was understood.
So the thing is, let's say you paid into it 3 months, and now life has happened. the company would give you, certain companies would give you 90 days to be able to, you know, get yourself back on track.
Your feet, which is important.
So within those 3 months, you're either looking for a job and you don't have to pay into it.
Right.
Because they'll give you that 3 months to be able to look for a job. And once you find a job, you just continue to pay into it. But you don't have to pay into it right now that you don't have a job.
Okay.
And another thing is, if you were to open up this policy and let's say you get approved and life happened and you died the following day, do they pay out? Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've had a guy who, he got the policy. They were young. The boy was about maybe 22. His wife was about 19 and she was about 3 months pregnant. She did not want him to get the life insurance.
Wow.
But he got it anyway.
That's awesome.
He got it. It was I think he was paying about $25. Do you know the boy died 17 days later? How about the girl got a $300,000 check?
That is awesome.
So,
and I know you never can replace life, but that money, I'm sure, goes such a long way.
Such a long way. Then she's able to plan something she gave birth to the child. They went and gave her the check.
That's awesome.
She was forever grateful.
Of course.
You never ever think these things are going to happen. So this is not anything sad or, you know, you're going to die tomorrow. It's just planning for the future.
And it's being wise.
Yeah.
And knowing that, you know, tomorrow, we pray God that we all see it. But it's not promised.
It's not
and
promised.
Just making sure that your kids and your family are taken care of with or without you being here.
Most
so
definitely.
I think it's a topic that most people don't want to talk about.
I don't know.
People don't want to talk about it. Because
you're going to die one day.
I know. Who wants to believe that?
You know.
But it's important. And that's, you know, that's why we're here, is to discuss issues that matter. And this is one of those.
Issues that matter.
Yeah.
And you did ask a question before she called, which is the having properties and leaving properties over to the family. And the reason why I really want to get into this is because I talk to a lot of my African brothers and sisters, and their thing is, I have stuff for them already.
Good.
I have stuff in Nigeria. When they, what we need to get into your mind is that these children may not go to Nigeria. They may go and visit, but they don't see Nigeria as their retirement. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. I had an uncle who, him and his wife in the beginning of their years, you know, were working in America. They were here since the 70s.
Wow.
And the 80s and 90s, and they just, everything back home. They had their children here, and they want their children to become doctors and lawyers, which they did become doctors.
Right.
And then all of a sudden now you want to take the child back home and say, this is everything that I've done for you.
And the child
the girl got there and it was like, first of all, these mosquitoes.
Oh. Ain't about that life.
Mom, all of this, you can keep that. I'm okay.
Yeah.
She's a doctor now.
Right.
She's not going to go back home and open a practice and stay in Nigeria.
Right.
Nigeria is not where she grew up.
Right. And
you
for
know?
those that want to do that, that is awesome. But you cannot guarantee that all your children, you've bought all this land.
No. Half
the time, they might not even know where this area is. You know, you say it's in Lekki and it's in... They don't
even know what the world Lekki is. Like,
so
are you even investing in taking them home every summer
every year
for them to even know Nigeria?
Exactly.
And now all of a sudden they finish school. You're proud to be the father of a doctor.
Yes.
And now you want her to go and practice in Nigeria
and have all this land.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So it's good to try.
But I do tell people there's nothing wrong with having land. Maybe you want 2 or 3 lands for your own retirement. I guess that's fine. The wahala in Nigeria is the fact that you don't have C of O, and C of O's having the title for the land.
Right.
Anybody can buy that land. It's just a lot of tug of war and a lot of so many things going on with owning land and owning property in Nigeria. Whereas if you had your life insurance, God forbid anything happened to you, within 3 to 7 business day, your family gets raw cash.
Yeah.
That they can deal with
instead of having to go back home and try to situate this land and all this. It seems like more work.
I wish a lot of wives are able to go back home and ask the husband's family, by the way, my husband's land. They're going to be like, you killed our son. Finish. You killed our son. Finish. Now you want what? Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's good to have. It's good to have. But I don't think it should be your only source.
It shouldn't be the priority. It was good then. Like I said, you know, the world is changing.
Right.
During my parents' time, that was an amazing investment. Right now, like I said, I'm not telling people not to buy land.
Right.
But all I'm saying is that have have everything in place.
Have a variety
of portfolio.
I have left you with all of this.
All of this.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys for watching.
At Issues That Matter. We hope to see you again on that next episode.
Yes. And we hope you all learned something. It was fun. That was good. Thank you.
Give us a call next time. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
We are a chosen generation.